Hey, what's going on, Mike? It's 9 p.m. on a Wednesday. We usually go live at 8 p.m. What the fuck's going on?
I know it's super late. I don't know why the hell I'm here right now. I should be in my bed.
It's super late, he says. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason why it's at 9 p.m. tonight because Kyle is single father Kyle this week because Amy is at a dildo convention.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
Just lay it all out there.
Let's just lay it right out there. Pure romance. Amy's out there testing the goods out in Ohio with her friends while Kyle's feeding kids and making sure they show. Yeah. I got to remember to feed them. I got to remember to pick them up from camp and all that shit. You know what I mean? I love it. I'm just joking around. I don't mind it at all. Amy, do your thing. Have fun. Knock yourself out. Don't fall in love. All right, so we got 3 guests tonight. We got a superhero, we got a super villain, and we got a super heavyweight. I mean, what a fucking show we got. We're going to start off with Jared Warren, Captain Deadpool himself. We're going to follow it up with Arnold Adams, the #1 heavyweight contender, coming off a big knockout win over Mick Tyrell. And then we're going to finish the show up with our boy Jay, the Mad Titan, Jay Hook'em Fish. Welcome him back to the show. So before we do that, the Mad fucking Titan himself, real quick, before we get going here, we're going to shout our sponsored out real quick. We got Next Level Subs. Go to nextlevelsups.com/Mike and Mish. Use promo code Mish10. Get 10% off your total purchase. Good, clean products. Get big, get swole, get skinny, whatever you got to get a better memory. They got all that memory food. They got sleep aid stuff, all that stuff. So get on there. I don't have the graphic to pull up with the website, but it is nextlevelsups.com/Mike and Mish. Use promo code Mish10. We got Killfoot Clothing. Go to killfootclothing.com. American made apparel, veteran owned, veteran ran company, makers of the Mission Accomplished t-shirt. Those guys are the shit. We love them. And Massage Therafics, go to massagetherafics.com. If you are a civilian, if you are a soldier or a veteran, go to holdenhandsmassage.com. Book yourself an appointment with Jackie Holden. She's the best in the business. She'll fix you. She'll fix whatever's broken. I promise. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring our first guest in. What do you say? Captain Deadpool himself, coming off a big face-breaking knockout at BKFC 19. Jared Warren in the house. What's going on, sir? How are you?
Doing good, man. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Great.
You see how I cranked up the energy right there, Jared? You know what I mean? I wore this, dude. I wore this shirt for you, actually. Check this thing out.
How cute.
I mean, it's not a Captain Deadpool shirt, but it's sort of like, looks like it could be.
Damn close.
It's Captain America and Falcon, I think.
Speaking of shirts, too, does anybody recognize this?
Oh, Jack Burton. You look that big son of a bitch in his eyes and you tell him the check's in the mail.
Yeah, that's like my childhood right there. That's like favorite movie growing up.
No shit. I am not lying to you when I tell you that
China.
I just showed that movie to my 2 boys like 2 weeks ago for the first time, and they freaking loved it. And then Nolan, like later on that night, we're getting ready to go to bed. He goes, "Daddy, is Big Trouble in Little China your favorite movie ever?" And I was like, "It's one of them, buddy." He was like, "It's good." Yeah. I'm like, "Fuck yeah, it is." Oh, the girl with the green eyes. That's what.
Yeah. It's a freaking classic, man.
All right. Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, watch it. We got the 185-pound monster himself, 6'1", reach 74 inches. I don't care what Jared tells you. BKFC told me his reach is 74 inches, so it's 74 fucking inches, right, Jared?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Better to err on the side of caution.
Yeah, man. He's 2-1 in the BKFC right now, and the future is bright. You, what do you got? What do you got planned coming up? You got anything?
It's too soon, I guess, for anything specifically planned. Because usually they're booking these up, at least a couple months ahead of time. And, if you guys have noticed, they kind of bounce back and forth. It's like Tampa, Miami, Biloxi, Alabama, they kind of keep going back around. So when they come back around to Florida, there's a good chance of me or guys from my team kind of getting on one of those cards. So I know they got Biloxi is going to be the next one.
Yep.
Coming up, I believe.
August 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that later this year that would be perfect if they had one like September, October back down here in Florida. I'd love to get a hold of it if I could.
Well, you know what? The BKFC just keeps on rolling, and they keep on adding more and more, and they're planning on doing a show every month, like
Yeah.
starting right away. They get bringing back the toe the lines. They're throwing like
They're saying twice a month.
yeah, twice a month. What they're doing is kind of weird. Like they're throwing. We always thought that the total line was kind of like it was like kind of like
A feeder,
yeah, like a feeder
like
show.
a AAA.
Almost like
Yeah.
almost like the Tuesday night contender series for
Right.
For UFC to
Mhm.
feed the main roster, but now they're taking like main roster fighters from BKFC and throwing them on the total line. So it's kind of
Yeah,
strange.
I kind of because I've honestly my opinion was the same thing with what you said for the first part. And basically I thought of it as like a gatekeeper. You do well onto the line, we'll move you up to the BKFC. But yeah, I didn't know that they were kind of doing that in reverse.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have a rumored fight. Christine Faria is supposed to be headlining September 17th, Total Line. Although there's a rumored tournament with the 125-pound women's division too for the title. So, but the dates don't quite line up right. So, kind of weird.
Yeah, that is. Well, at least it'd be good to see Christina back in there. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's a beast. There's that 125-pound women's division is just on fire right now. They just keep signing fighters and they keep performing. And the thing is, like, they signed Pearl Gonzalez, and they're like, everyone's like, oh, Pearl Gonzalez is a jiu-jitsu girl. She's gonna come in here and get fucking wrecked. She goes up to New York, trains with Amanda Serrano, and she comes in there and pieces up Segala. And then Rachel Ostovich gets signed to fight Paige Van Zant, and they're like, oh, just another pretty fan time chick. Another grappler who's going to come in here and get pieced up, but then she comes in and she does the same. She does the exact opposite to Paige Van Zant. So they're they're hitting home runs with every signing they're getting right now. But
there's no limit to what people can learn, as opposed to what their past is. Like jiu-jitsu may be her strong suit, but that doesn't mean she can't be a badass boxer at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. I thought she did really well on BKFC 18.
Yeah, she impressed. She impressed like crazy for sure. So Zion Tomlinson. So you went in there against like another young gun, Zion Tomlinson, who he stated himself like, and he could still pull this off maybe if he gets right back on his horse and gets back out there. He wanted to be the youngest champion. Everyone was like, "Oh man, freaking Zion's one fight away from a title shot or whatever." And then he runs into Captain Deadpool, who when I was telling Mike, and I don't know if you agree with me on this one, when I watched you fight Josh Dyer, I feel like Josh Dyer and Zion have similar styles where like it's like forward like wild forward movement, wild punches. They kind of keep their hands low. Did you feel the same way? Was it kind of like training to go back in there against Josh Dyer with a couple tweaks for Zion, something like that?
I didn't really think of it as them being similar, but kind of like Josh is more like awkward. He has like kind of a strange style to him. But yeah,
he keeps his head back, like he does this.
He moves it kind of funky, but obviously it's working for him. But yeah, and then they do kind of both come forward a lot. Although if you see like when Josh fought what's his face recently, he was a lot more like calm and sat back more. So he's probably
against Lorenzo.
Against Lorenzo. Yeah. That the part of your brain that remembers names. Mine's damaged. It's like it's gone. I mean, my freaking best friend or brother or anybody could be sitting in the same room. I'll be like, "What? What's that guy's name again?" It's gone. But the big difference was like with Josh, I keep saying, I was like, I didn't get suckered into a brawl. I was just, for whatever terrible reason, I was in kind of a brawling mood that night. And it definitely didn't work in my favor. Whereas with Zion, I knew he was kind of a brawler, liked to come forward really fast, and had a very particular game plan for it. And I wasn't looking to brawl. There's no reason to, really. I think, if you can be technical, be technical. I mean, I think a lot of times when you are brawling, you're just more hoping to just land that one big shot and, get lucky almost, and it does have a higher percent chance in bare knuckle than it does in other sports because you can do so much damage with one punch. But I don't think that should be like the initial game plan. Like, you know what, let's just go out there and brawl. Like, that's just
Ben Field in the comments says that KO made me fill my diaper.
Well, Ben, I hope you're wearing a diaper right this second because you're about to fill them again.
Yeah, you're gonna see it right now.
Let me bring up a little clip that we have for you, and obviously we know what it's going to be because Ben's about to shit his pants.
He's all over Warren right now.
So there's the foul.
Without a warning, Zion Tomlinson nearly a seat. And here
Listen to that.
Right down the pipe. Boom!
Whoa!
Hit him clean on the button.
Did you?
For your winner by KO, Tampa Zone, Jared, Captain Deadpool Warren.
Best feeling in the world.
Yeah, that's gotta feel pretty goddamn good, man.
Hearing your name yelled out like that in the arena in your hometown there, or is it your hometown? Did you grow up in Tampa?
Yeah, dude, born and raised.
Wow.
One of the few too, because anybody that is familiar with Tampa Bay knows it's a huge melting pot, and even my oldest friends that I can think of, most of them were all at least born somewhere else. But now I was born and raised right here in Tampa.
Did you have a lot of friends and family in the arena that night?
I did, yeah. I had a great turnout between immediate family and friends from work, friends that I know through the whole fight game and stuff, and just people that are just fans of fighting in general that live in the area, hit me up to buy tickets and stuff. So it was great. I felt like the whole arena was there for me. Even though that's not true, that's what it felt like at the time.
Yeah,
for people who don't know, you're a firefighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the people from work are a lot of your people that work in the firehouse with you, which is awesome. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Of course, we appreciate anybody who serves the community, the country, being military ourselves, firemen, policemen, Marines, Army, all the military. It's paramedics, of course, definitely. Are
you full-time? You're full-time, Jared?
Yeah, full-time firefighter paramedic. I got 11 years in right now, so 14 to go. But that's the full-time gig.
Hell yeah, man. That's pretty awesome. You don't have any like heavyweight BKFCers like coming through and just working out on their own on a heavy bag in your fire department, do you?
No, not that I know.
No? Okay. All right. Bobo Bannon was on this show a couple months back, and we're like, Bobo, where you been training? He's like, oh, well, I hung a heavy bag up at the fire department down the street, and they just let
him go.
They let me go down there and just work out whenever I feel like it. It's like, that's so you just mosey into the fire department and start hitting a bag. Yeah, that's it. Dude,
that's hilarious. That sounds about right. Like I don't think I got a chance to like chat with him in person, but he friend requested me on Facebook like right before his first fight, the one that was on the Toe the Line series and stuff, because that was in Plant City, which is like 30, 45 minutes from where I live. So I went out there to watch, and he seems like the most genuine, nice guy I've ever met. Like he's just like a good dude. And I hope he, has some continued success in there.
He really is. And like Mike just told me that he got into like a little bit of an internet, Twitter beef with somebody today. And I'm like, what could he have possibly wrote?
Right.
Because I don't think you should be like that, sir. Something like that. That'd be like the epitome of his talking shit. He'd be like, maybe you should back off a little bit, please, sir.
Yeah. I see him as that type to be like, at his worst, like, you need to shut your effing mouth. Like, he's not going to say.
I don't know if he'd even do that. I'll tell you.
Yeah, that's extreme. You're right.
Do you know who? Oh, go ahead. Kyle.
No, go ahead, Mike. Go.
I was going to ask you if you knew who Audra Cummings was, because she's from Plant City, and I know they had tryouts over there for BKFC, and she's supposed to be making her bare knuckle debut at some point in the future.
Okay.
Hopefully soon, but I didn't know.
No, I don't think I've seen her yet. But you said she's a local.
Well, that's where she's from. She grew up there, and she now lives. She actually lives with Brad Kelly, BKFC fighter, and I think they live in Mississippi. To tell you the truth, but when she found out about the tryouts down in Plant City, she went down there and she tried out. And she got signed. So,
cool.
Jared, who's all in your team? Like you're talking about your team. Who you train? Do you train with like Marvin Brown and those guys? I mean, Martin Brown.
Yeah, Martin Smash Brown. He
I love.
Yeah, he's a good buddy of mine. I do too, man. Good
Red
guy.
Washington.
Yeah, I saw them. I saw both of them about an hour ago when I was training. So yeah, so Martin, you guys probably know he owns the gym that I train at. It's called Shift MMA.
Mm-hmm.
So he owns it. So basically, like between him and what the head boxing coach there, his name's Jihad Wingfield, and he teaches both of us, and he's just awesome. Like anything when it comes to like hands, those guys are just badass. But yeah, as far as like actual bare knuckle fighters, me, Martin, Red. I don't actually know him very well. He's kind of been in and out of there at random, so I don't know if they claim him as a full-time fighter yet. I'm not sure on that one, so I don't want to comment too much on it. And then Jeff Bailey and his wife, Delaney Manning. Yeah, they both.
Oh wow, you guys got quite a few in there. That's awesome.
Yeah, all good people. Especially with all this 125-pound tournament, I was like, man, I wish they threw Delaney in the mix because she's freaking awesome, dude. I'm not just being biased. Like, she can fight.
She really can. But isn't she's kind of small though. I feel like. Right, she's more fit to be a 115er. That's why with her and Jenny Savage and Maia and Cassie Robb,
even
Britton Hart could go down to one. I feel like they could start stacking a 115 division, and instead of letting girls like Delaney, sit on the shelf for so freaking long, let her fight. Let her fight Jenny Savage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they need to make that like an official weight class and start putting some fights together with that. That'd be perfect. Yeah, I'm sure that would be ideal for her too, but I see her as a type. She's like, well, if it's like fight at 125 or not fight, I'll fight at 125,
Right.
But hopefully they can make that happen.
But I think that's the case for a lot of these girls. Like I think a few of them would be more fit to be 135ers. A few of them would be more fit to be 115. So when they're putting a lot of time and effort into signing these women, it's time to start opening up the weight divisions there, and it's for sure.
For sure. I can see that happen real soon too, because I think they did get a really good response from BK19 with having three female fights on there, and they were all pretty entertaining. So yeah, I see them soon growing all those divisions.
Yeah. We sent a pretty good amount of the night at BKFC. Was that 18, Mike, that we went to? Was it 18?
Yeah.
BKFC 18. We hung with Rick and Smash, and those guys. I'll tell you right now, man, those guys are fucking awesome. And Smash, I could talk to him for 5 hours straight. Like that dude.
You could probably sit there and listen for 5 hours straight because he knows how to talk and just keep it rolling without much pauses in between. He's really good at that. That could be like his side gig if he wanted to.
Well, we had him on here, and like a lot of the immediate reaction after the show was, you need to have him back often. Like you got to have him back as much as you can.
Man.
Yeah.
We haven't had him back though.
I'm sure he'd be down for it, man. He's just, you ask him, I'm sure he'd do it. He's a good dude, and yeah, he's funny. I feel like certain times, like at the end of the night, we just got done training. I might be trying to be like, all right, guys, I'll see you soon, blah, blah, blah. And he'll start talking about something. I think it's going to take a quick minute. And then it just like turns into story time with Smash Bradley.
45 minutes later, you're still sitting there.
Yeah, but it's hard to break away. Like it's fun to talk to him. So,
well, Jared, I'm not gonna lie. What you just described is me and Mike at work.
Yeah.
Michael come over to my area at work to stop in to talk to me about like one thing, and then next thing you know, like 90 minutes has gone by and like 17 different stories about other dumb shit has happened. It's like
I never did what I came over to say. It'll be like I have to go look for like, because we're in aviation, right? And I work on avionic equipment, and he works back near the warehouse, so I have to go back past his desk to get to the parts. So I have to go back, and I'll see him. I'll be like, hey Kyle, did you see that so and so is going to be fighting so and so? And he'll be like, oh, and we'll start talking and be like, oh yeah, and did you get in touch with? And then he'll say something, and man, it'll go back and forth. Next thing you know, I'm telling a story about how how we were on the airplane and some lady stole some guy stole some lady's AirPods, and then it goes into something else. And before I know it, I have no idea why I was there in the first place. I end up walking all the way back across the whole building, get back to my desk, and I go, oh shit, I never went to go see if the parts were there. So I got to walk all the way back over there again. And then I see Kyle again, and he's like, hey, Mike, you were just talking about whatever? I just texted him just now. He just said, up. And I'm like, oh, really? And then forget it. And we're on it again.
I have a feeling that's
it's a tough life.
I have a feeling that's how the show was born. You're like, you know what? We're good at this. Let's freaking make something happen.
that is exactly how the show was born. My like during COVID, my wife was like, all you guys do is talk shit. All you do is you talk fights, you never stop talking MMA, BKFC, UFC, like Bellator. Why don't you just fucking talk on a microphone? And like one day I just did it, and I started on my phone, and then next thing you know, here we are like 9-10 months later, and it's the best shit ever, man.
We got El Capitan Deadpool on.
El Captain Deadpool on here. Hey, so what do you think about this Chad Mendes signing to the BKFC that happened today? We gotta ask you.
It'll be interesting, man. He likes to fight at 155, I believe, or that's what they signed him for.
Yeah, there he is.
But I was kind of overhearing some of the guys talk about it at the gym. Yeah, I think somebody, and it might have even been Martin that said it. They're talking about that. On paper, they say he's like 5'6", but in real life, he's like 5'4".
He's like 5'4". He's tiny.
Yeah. It's like short. Obviously, like he's jacked and in good shape and all that, but I think he's pretty short. I think he's got kind of little T-Rex arms, and he could have a tough time in that division. There's some tall looking guys out there.
I mean, I always go back to the him and Connor fight at UFC. I think it was 189, maybe. Somebody have to fact check me on that one. But when they fought for the interim title, and like he was doing damage on Connor in the first round because he was wrestling him to the ground and he was ground and pounding him. But when it was on the feet, when Connor worked his way to the feet in the second round and started boxing him, he boxed his little head. He knocked him around. So he's mainly a wrestler, but he's got one punch power. Like you said, he's got short arms. He's very, very rugged he looks like he's 195 pounds in a 5'4" body, but
he's going to have to get inside and take some shots on the way in to get off some good shots, especially with that clinch, Yeah.
And
with the dirty boxing.
The tough guy stuff doesn't go quite as far in bare knuckle. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
People, I've heard people say like that we're coming from MMA. They're like, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. We're only wearing 4-ounce gloves, but I'll tell you what, it's fucking way different. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, let's fight with baseball bats, or let's fight with baseball bats with 4 ounces of padding on them, and, see how much of a difference there is,
Yeah.
It's not the same.
It's not I feel like it's sharp, Like, you know, like that's the word that comes to my mind is like sharp. Like I like when people get hit in bare knuckle, the cuts just happen fast. Bruising happens fast. It's very like you said, you know, that pad is it does more than I think people realize. That padding does a lot more because
look at that.
Yeah.
Dude, check out the big brain on Kyle. Mendez McGregor was 189.
You know, some people will say,
and hey, we just got to say shout out to Susan Walker, who just said that these two are gold. I can sit and listen to them tell stories for hours because last week we had 2 guests lined up. Both guests backed out at the last minute for for whatever reasons.
unforeseen,
other fucking, I don't even know the real word.
Unforgivable.
Well, no, we forgive because one of them's coming on right now.
I don't think they had anything to do with waffle fries, but is that what you're talking about? That YouTube video back in the day? Unforgivable.
No, but it just
shit
sounds cool now.
It is.
But dude, we ended up just doing a full on like thorough recap of the last BKFC. And we went for an hour and like 40 minutes, just the two of us. And it was maybe one of the most entertaining shows we've ever done.
To us.
I don't know. I had a fucking blast.
It's really entertaining to me.
Hey, whatever.
That's
Shut
awesome.
the fuck up. Hey, Jared, who do you want to fight next? Like, do you got a guy in mind in your division? Are you willing to go up to 195, down to 175? There is no 185 title right now, right?
It's vacant right now.
Yeah, because Thiago Alves holds 175 and Lombard's 205. So with that said, do you have some people in mind that you would like to see in the squared circle sometime soon, maybe later this year? Do you got a name? You got a person?
Honestly, not in particular. I've always been real good about, you know, my coach is like, hey, you know, such and such, you know, bare knuckle hit me up and they said, you know, would you like to fight XYZ? And typically I'm just like, yes. And they're like, but you know, did you even look up like his fights or anything first? I'm like, no, like I want to fight him just because I want to fight. So like with you know, with Zion, like technically it was kind of on paper a little bit more risky because I think typically if guys fight in their hometown, they want or hope or try for somebody like that they're more likely to beat, you know, because they don't want to lose in front of their family and shit. But to me, I was like, this is a good opportunity to fight somebody who's younger, you know, undefeated, this and that. But I felt that I could handle. But no, I mean, but back to your question, I don't have anybody specific in mind, but I am hoping to get, you know, more guys on that same level who, you know, have starting to build a name for themselves. Somebody else had asked me about Thiago. I'm like, man, I'm not into the weight cutting thing. I walk around like on a normal day, like when I'm eating what I want, working out regularly, you know, I can jump on the scale any time of day and be 195 pounds. So when it's like time for weigh-ins, I literally like, I'll wake up, skip breakfast. I'll probably be like 192. And then I'll sweat out 6 or 7 pounds, and then I'm weighing. I'm good. To sweat out another,
life. That's the good life,
man,
right there.
I don't like when I used to do MMA. I cut more, and I've always been like a lean person, and I fucking hated it, man. I would be like pissed off all the time. Like my blood sugar is always low, and you know, working 24-hour shifts, it's tough to be that angry for that long when you're running like multiple calls after midnight and stuff. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I would rather fight bigger guys and eat what I want the whole training camp and kind of enjoy the process instead of it being so like grueling to where like that. Anytime I have memories of back in the day about fighting, the only thing I don't like is when I was starving myself. Like it ain't worth it. I'd rather fight somebody bigger. So
it's because all you can think about is eating. When you're starving, really, like you don't think about anything else. Yeah.
And like when if I start talking about fighting like 195 or 205, then those are going to be guys who they walk around way bigger. So we're starting to create a big gap here. So 185 feels like home for me to where I'm not like killing myself to get there, But let's say I do fight somebody that walks around like, I can't see anybody being bigger than like 215 as they're walking around to get down to 185.
Like a Lorenzo Hunt type. Like Lorenzo,
I think
Lorenzo probably walks around 215, 220.
Yeah,
he probably does.
But he cuts all the way down to
guy.
185 sometimes. You know what I mean? Like that dude's a psycho. He fucking
No,
he can
I've seen
cut
him
the
struggle. I've seen him struggle to make 195. If he has made 185, I'd be surprised.
I thought he had. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was.
I think when he fought Josh, they did it at 195. But Josh he's a little bigger too. I think he cut a little more than I did. But yeah, at 185, at the worst, I'll probably fight somebody who walks around 10 to 20 pounds bigger than me at the most. That's still doable in a world of punching. You know what I mean? I would say for MMA, it makes more of a difference because you're throwing each other around. You know what I mean? You're wrestling and all that. But I always say, 135-pound guy can knock a 200-pound guy on his ass, when it comes to just striking. So I'm okay with that weight gap at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Mike Richmond's last fight. I mean, I feel like there was a big size difference there, and he put in the work.
Mike's a beast, but he I think anything under 185 is good for him. Nothing bigger than that. Like that dude, he's small for those weight classes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what we like to do here on a Mission Accomplished or the Mike and Mish show, whatever you want to call it here, because I used to be just Kyle on the Wednesday show, but lately I've been on it too. I don't know how this happened. He pulled me into a second show here. He asked me one night, and here I am. So yeah, thought I was kind of getting out, and then boom, he pulls me into a second show.
So what we do here? You're not leaving too.
Oh, what's that?
I said, he said the wife's gone. You're not leaving too.
Right, I know. What would he do?
No, man.
He'd well, his wife's gone, so I'm sure he's got plenty of things to play with around the house, right?
Yeah. If I tell you about her side business and the convention that she's at, this house is chock full of toys, my friend.
They're everywhere.
Chock full of toys. I almost sat on one right on the way in here.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, hey. Oh, because the funny thing is the studio that I'm sitting in right this second, which is this awesome thing that I decided to completely push her out of her office. This used to be the house of bedroom cactuses. You know what I'm saying? The house of bedroom cactuses, and now
not anymore.
It's the Mission Accomplished headquarters, and she's kind of like, you fucking took my whole office. I was like, yeah, well. You can go to the third floor and product. Hey,
get out of here with that shit.
Get out of here with that shit. Anyways, hey, sorry, I was just kind of distracted. I was sending
it's all right.
invites to our next guest.
What I was going to get to is the old speed round.
Amy's watching. She says, "Are you talking about me?"
No, we're talking about me.
Yep, you are. Okay. Hi, Amy in Ohio.
Maybe the whole convention's watching right now.
Yeah, dude, I hope so. Fucking.
So the speed round. What we do is we ask some crazy questions. Doesn't have anything to do with fighting at all most of the time. So get ready.
Here we go. Right. Numero uno, speed round with Jared Warren, Captain Deadpool. What's the craziest call you've ever responded to during your time with the fire department?
Ooh, craziest. Well, it depends if you mean crazy on the serious side or on the funny side.
Funny.
We were thinking funny. We were thinking Matchbox cars in the anus type thing.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Tennis balls or something.
One of the ones that the first one that comes to mind that just cracked me up was we got a call for it, on the intercom at the station. It's always some like a GPS voice type thing, and it's please respond to entrapment. So something, somebody's stuck in something or a house collapsed or something crazy is what it made it sound like. And then we get there and it's a girl, barely 18, stuck in a washer machine. And it's
I've seen this movie.
It's exactly how you would picture. Like we come in around the corner and you see the legs like kicking up in the air like this type thing. And basically, like what happened was she was like very like short, and she was trying to get something in like the very bottom of the washing machine, and she kind of like went past that center mass, and her legs went straight up in the air, and she wasn't strong enough to get out. And I guess it was just like she lived with her mom and her sister. They weren't strong enough to pull her out, so they had to call the fire department. And
she was like, literally it was a top loader, so her legs were sticking.
Yep, and it just straight up in the air, and there was nothing she could do about it. And we could not laugh. Luckily, they understood. Everybody was kind of laughing too. But we lifted her up and out, but it was just like it cracked me up.
That's freaking great.
How could they not get her out? Two people. Come on, you got to figure it out. Jeez.
They were all kind of that same build. They're like, between 4'10" and 5 foot even.
They weren't higher than the actual washing machine itself.
Yeah, like that, just barely. They got like you can see like over the tip.
That's funny because I once watched this movie where a girl was trying to get the last sock out of the back of the dryer.
Yeah,
and she got like stuck halfway in, and she was like, "Step brother, can you come help me out of the dryer?"
I saw that too.
I'll tell you right now, it didn't go anything like you just said.
No,
like,
it's totally different.
That stepbrother stepped over a line that you cannot come back from. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right.
They had stepkids.
Mike, number 2.
All right, number 2. Would you rather hook up with Black Widow or Captain Marvel?
Definitely Black Widow. No competition.
Yeah, I agree.
ScarJo.
100%.
Just as simple as just way hotter.
Do you hear what she's doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear what
she's like suing
because okay, so when I read a little bit into it today, she's getting like 20 million. They figure about 20 million in royalties from the streaming portion of Disney Plus, but she feels like she's getting ripped off of about 80 million. So she's suing Disney for what she thinks she would have made if they didn't stream it and they put it in the theater. And I'm like, dude, she's butthurt. She's getting 20 million.
Yeah.
But she wants 70.
She wants more.
I feel like Disney's one of those, those companies you don't want to go to war with, because even if she wins, she loses. You know what I mean? Like, we might not have you back in any of our movies ever. I
guess apparently it was supposed to go to the theater and be in the theater and make all this money, but they went right to the streaming. Like, I mean,
they did it at the same time.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw it in the theater just because I hadn't been in the movies in so long. But
great movie, by the way.
Same day. Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
It's not like it's cheap on the friggin' Disney Plus. It's like $30.
Right.
No,
I think that's actually more. Yeah, I mean, like, no, it is $30, but it's going to the movies. If you buy 2 tickets, you might spend like what, 20, 25 or something.
And then you buy popcorn and soda and all that shit.
Yeah.
And see, so that I have a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old, and they wanted to go see it, and I was like, told Amy, my wife, I'm like, it's fucking $29.99 on Disney Plus, and once you pay for it, if they want to watch it again, they can watch it again. Like, you have it now,
right?
So if we go to the movie theater, we buy 2 adults and 2 kids, a large popcorn, a drink, some freaking M&Ms or whatever. It's like a $55, $60 night. Why not? We just buy the damn movie.
Yeah, kids. I would say kids is always going to be the game changer in that factor.
Hell yeah! All right, so he's going to bang Black Widow, but follow it up.
Oh,
and or her sister.
Yeah, hell yeah. If there's an ambulance on its way to save someone and it knocks somebody down, does the ambulance stop to help them?
Yes, you are.
What happens to the people that you're going to help?
They screwed.
They send the next closest available unit.
Has this ever happened?
Oh my God, that's not right.
It has happened. Like, it hasn't happened to me personally, thankfully, but there's been some horror stories. One where like it wasn't the firefighter that was driving the ambulance, or we call it the rescue. It wasn't his fault, but like I guess they were going to a call, and guy on a motorcycle kind of either tried to pass them or weave around them or something, and like got caught up like in the wheel and ended up getting highly damaged. But you got to stop and and take care of them first, because at that point, like, you're officially the closest unit. So
can you imagine an ambulance like clipping a dude on the side of the road and they just call it? Yeah, we just hit a guy. We get it.
Yeah. Well, I think it depends, right? Someone had a heart attack, or someone's got like a broken like ankle or a fucking knee or something. It's like, hey, listen, man, you just have to wait. That guy's gonna die, so we'll have to call the next person for you. Are you all right? Can you talk? Yeah, you're good. All right, we're gonna keep going.
But yeah, I just pray that doesn't happen, because then they're like, oh well, now we gotta skip you for promotion because you
ran someone over.
Yeah, it's highly frowned upon.
All
right, Mike, number 4.
Number 4. Which famous celebrity would you want to punch in the face?
Oh, wow. Who would I want to punch in the face?
A lot of names come to mind,
question.
but it's this is important. You need to take your time. Tom Cruise, we have from Joe Ivy. Tom Cruise. Oh, easy peasy. Tom Cruise, she says.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise can get a punch in the face. He's a dude.
I got a new one.
That's like picking on a little guy, though. He's like, I don't know. He's a tiny dude.
Are you a Scientologist?
I am not.
Okay, good, because he's a weirdo. He's a Scientologist. I mean, these guys are weird.
What's the dude on ESPN? Nick Wright. You know who Nick Wright is? He's got that real long pointy nose and that stupid face.
Oh my god!
With the comb over. Oh, dude, that guy's the most punchable face on fucking TV. And another one for me right now is Ashton Kutcher in that fucking Cheetos commercial. It wasn't me. I seen her eating in the kitchen. It wasn't me. That fuck. Oh, dude. Oh god, Ashton Kutcher can get it. Who are you gonna punch in the face, Jared?
Maybe just to see how she reacts. Judge Judy.
Nice. That's a good one.
Because she's in control. She's in control of everything in her show and life, and everybody has to do what she says, whether you like it or not. But if you were to punch her square in the face, what is she gonna do? Like, besides probably that.
Oh, Rick Coleman coming in with a Stephen A. That's a good one.
I'll tell you who I
Max
like.
Kellerman.
Originally, I would say right away you go Justin Bieber, but I want to tell you the guy doesn't bother me that much anymore. But I'm going to tell you who I would love to punch in the face: Dr. Phil. Man, that guy.
Yeah.
What a douche! That guy's one of the biggest douchebags going. How can you be on TV for so long? I can't. I hate that guy. Like I just every time I see him on the TV, I want to punch him in the face.
Yeah, that's a fair choice right there.
Dr. Phil. That's son of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right. Last question here. Would you rather be 10 minutes late or always 20 minutes early?
20 minutes early.
You're a goddamn fireman. I would hope that'd be your answer.
Yeah. We got that rule. If you're on time, you're late, kind of thing. And I would say, like, when I go places and, like, you're supposed to meet somebody at a certain time, I do hate waiting on somebody, but I more so hate them having to wait on me. You know what I mean? Like that guilt factor is worse to me than actually waiting on somebody. So I'd rather be early.
Hell yeah, man. Well, we're military too, so if I get really
mad when people are late.
So I'm going to tell you a quick story, because people think military, and I'm going to tell everybody who's watching and whoever's going to watch this later on that the military is not as fucking strict as it once was, right? So when you smoke someone nowadays, you're either going to get fucking reported or it's going to be like a giant story. Well, 3 years back, I had an annual training going on, and my fucking soldiers kept showing up 2 minutes before formation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's 0700 formation. I'm like, why the fuck are you getting here? Why the fuck are you getting in formation at 0659 if we have a 7 o'clock formation? Tomorrow's formation for us is 0645. The rest of the company is 07. You motherfuckers better be standing in front of me at 0645 tomorrow morning. So 0645 tomorrow morning comes around. Every fucking one of them is standing in front of me except for one. So I'm like, so good to see you all. Thank you for fucking showing up today. I love you guys. Formation happens. The last guy shows up at 06:58, 59, right before formation. Everybody else had been there for 15 minutes. The first sergeant says, platoon sergeants take charge of your platoons. I'm like, on the command to fall out and fall in on me in front of the gym. And they're all like, what? I'm like, yeah, you're not going to work, you fucks. Get over to the gym. So we get over to the gym. And I go over there and I get in front of them. I go, do you guys know why we're standing out in front of this fucking gym right now? And they're like, because so-and-so showed up at 06:59. I go, exactly. That's why we're standing in front of this fucking gym right now, because one of you fucking idiots can't figure out how to get here early. We're in the military. So I extended to the left. We did all the bullshit. I fucking smoked him for 10 minutes. We might have done maybe 100.
Someone probably cried.
Someone fucking cried, dude.
Did they?
They're like, yeah.
I believe it. I knew it. I just knew it. I know. I was trying to be kidding, but I knew it was.
No, I got talked to by not one but two different master sergeants in the unit. Like, pulled me to the side. They're like, "Hey, I heard what you did this morning, and you really got to be careful with these guys."
You're being too hard on the pre-Ks, man.
I'm like, no. Fuck you and fuck them, and whoever had a problem with it could fucking talk to me. And the first sergeant at the time was the good weed. It was weed. It was the good weed. Sean Weed, my boy Weed. Weed talked to me. He was like, "Smoke them all you want. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Smoke them. Smoke the good weed while you're at it."
Long story short, back to question 5, 20 minutes early is the right answer. Jared Warren is the fucking man. Captain Deadpool, 2-0, on his way to fucking a 185-pound title. Go ahead, shout out any sponsors you want to shout out. We put your social medias on the bottom earlier. We'll put them back up in a minute, and say anything you want to say now. It's your time.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. As far as sponsors go, I got Foil Surfboards. That's another fireman I know. It's his little side gig. He makes surfboards from scratch by hand, and he's been sponsoring me like since my first fight. So awesome company, dude. Epic Services, another one. They do like some specialized like muscular therapy type stuff. Like I've gone in with like shoulder problems before and like knee problems and shit over the years, and like fix me up, man. It's awesome. Who else we got? We got Jet ICU. A buddy of mine is a flight medic with them, and they help take care of me and stuff. Life Medi's another one. They're doing some of the holistic CBD stuff. I've never partaken because I'm not allowed to with our job, but I do believe that's helped plenty of people in the world with all that stuff. Pro Boxer. That's another friend's company. They're like up and coming, kind of a fitness place that uses boxing stuff to get people in shape. But and then Shift MMA, like I said earlier, those guys are awesome, and I'm like feel lucky and blessed to be a part of their gym and to be able to get some of their knowledge over there. Man, those guys are awesome.
Hell yeah! Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. You are welcome back anytime, my man. Great performance against Zion Tomlinson, and we hope to see you back in there soon. Mike, what do you got to say?
Hey, thanks a lot for coming on. Enjoyed the conversation. You stuck around a little longer than we thought you would, right? We probably going to have you on for half an hour. Look, we're at 48 minutes. It was a good run. Hope you enjoyed it.
Man. Yeah, I did, man. Thanks for having me, and I would love to come back. So anytime, man, just let me know.
All right, we'll talk.
Absolutely.
Have a good one, man. Thank you.
You too.
Take it easy.
All right, Mike, we went 48 minutes with that guy. He's fucking awesome. Jared, Captain Deadpool, which might be one of the coolest nicknames in the fight game. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we got the #1 contender in the heavyweight division, the man who holds a victory over the current heavyweight champion already, and he's ready to get his motherfucking belt back. Let's go ahead and talk to Arnold Adams. What up, dog?
What's going on?
Right.
What's the word? What's up?
Oh, look at this guy. You know what I like about
He's here.
You? Oh,
hell yeah.
That's
what I'm talking about.
This guy, he comes out to fucking good music. He raps along with the music on the way out there. He's dancing a lot. He's got He's got crazy angles with his punches. He fucking surprised everybody in the heavyweight tournament to start off his career. And now he's back on top of the mountain, ready for your title shot. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Great.
Doing great.
Now, Mick Tyrell was your opponent at this past event. You dropped him with a little shot to the, what is it, around the ear? Did you hit him around the ear?
It was on his jaw. If you,
It was on the corner of the jaw.
It was right here on his jaw. So I mean, it's about knuckle placement in this sport.
Yeah.
I noticed. I have a clip. I'll bring it up in a second. And I noticed like that fight. And I don't know if this is something you practice all the time, but like when you clinch up, you have this punch this is like the same punch that you took him out with. You did it multiple times in the fight. Every time you guys boom. And I mean, obviously a lot of people dirty box. I mean, it's part of the game, but I feel like there's a specific punch that you just continuously do and it lands often. And I'm like, eventually it landed clean and took him right out. So is that something you practice to land, or is just something you're like, fuck it, I'm just going to go for this while I'm here?
It's more so a feeling. Like if you watch the fight with Bomaye, I did that. And anytime I tie with anyone, that punch always comes out. It's a feeling thing. It's like we'll be in the clinch and they may have my arm clamped down. And as soon as it releases, I'm bringing it over. As soon as I feel my left hand is free, it's coming. I'm a bump, give a little space, and I'm gonna throw that left. And I did it against Beltrain. I did it against Bobo. It is there. I don't know how to explain or why. It's just a natural feeling. It's a natural reaction.
Right, and I think that like everybody who thought they knew Mick Tyrell and his 37 pro Muay Thai fights, like getting in the clinch with Mick Tyrell was going to be a bad idea. I think that's what everybody's thought was. But you know what? You wouldn't.
He's got an illustrious Muay Thai career and this, that, and the other, and K1. And okay, all right, you guys keep hyping these people up.
And you're just keep laying them down.
Simple as that.
Yeah, man. You really showed up, and then you put on a great post-fight interview. I like when you told the crowd, whoever it was.
I know who it was.
The whole dick.
Let me. You know what? Hold on. Let me play this real quick, and then we'll go over it.
Okay.
Looking for openings, and they're not getting very many from the other opponent. 1-1 over.
No.
Right that time from Tyrell.
I got a couple. See, there's one right there.
See, That hurt Tyrell. I have my arms heavy clamped on my arm. As soon as I feel them release, fire.
Snatched by Tyrell, let it go. Now the underhook.
And
the body out of that position.
And he, after the fight, he was like,
"This
"You're
is
really
that."
slick." Yeah, that's that.
Hold on,
hand.
pause it right there.
That's that right
Arnold.
hand I didn't see.
Yeah, how rocked were you there? Were you?
I mean, it was enough to buckle my knees for the moment, but as you can see, I walked back to the corner, played it off, and as soon as they said go, I was right back in his face. I wasn't like dazed to where I was seeing blurry or seeing double. No, it was just my knees buckled for a second.
You just surprised you pretty good there.
Yeah, no, I didn't see the right hand at all, and that's what it was. And we come back, and I'm stepping right back in his face, like it never happened.
20 seconds remaining, round two.
There's another clinch right there, another shot right there in the clinch.
If it's free, it's coming. You better be prepared.
And here's this last shot, which I didn't show it live. I just took some pictures of it because
no, that's cool. But if you watch the replay and they show a different angle, and it's I see him hold his head or back of his head, whatever. But the punch that hurt him, it was on his jaw.
Yeah.
And it's your signature dance, or at least it's become your signature, I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna show the footage.
That's my call.
I cried on camera when we did the interview. No, I put the work in.
There you go.
You can suck my whole dick.
What's up, Dan?
Hey, show some dick. Come on over here. It's okay. Give me the mic.
Yeah, I was fired up.
It don't make a difference to me.
How could you not be? I don't even.
Listen. Hey.
And also, I feel like you.
So she says, show some decorum.
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 Yeah, I was, and once it started with him, and then I was just,
I'm finna let Chicago run all through this motherfucker.
Let's look back to the fight. Let's talk about the fight.
But you say something here that's so true,
this
though.
This is a great moment for you. And, I mean, speak on that. This is something going in, whether you like it or not, you were the underdog.
True. Listen, I'm always the underdog. Going back to the tournament, I was the underdog. I never get picked to win. Somehow, I always win.
That's it. Somehow you always win, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And now you're 5-1.
5-1.
You've beat everyone, right?
That is true. Everyone that's still active.
Yeah, the one slip was Chase Sherman, who actually is going to be fighting real soon against Parker Porter, who is a local guy to us. He's out of Hartford, Connecticut. So we're looking to talk to Parker about that fight. But yeah, that was the one hiccup in your career. And other than that, you're goddamn fucking King Kong out there, man.
Knocking them down.
Yeah, nobody's touched me.
I feel like going back. So someone asked, can we find out who he's talking to? The guy's name is Bear Bennett. You can look him up on Facebook. He doesn't fight for BKFC. He just was in the crowd.
He's a light heavyweight, right?
I think so. He was on the post, one of these posts, and someone asked, and I answered, and then Reggie answered, but I don't know what he fights. He fights. I don't know where he has fought in the past. But I was gonna say, going back to you in the ring with Brian Sosha, I feel like you somehow in your body, like you just got to bust that dude's balls. Like going back to the time where you took the microphone from him and you were like, I was the first champ.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't think you even do it on purpose, but I feel like every time he's involved with something that you're doing, like something happens then you start going off and he gets all nervous and shit. Somehow that happens every time. Every time.
I'll give you that. I can see that because he interviewed me again after this fight, and there's some other shit going on. And he looked pretty nervous. All right, look, let's come over here. Let's talk over here. That's funny. Damn,
I freaking love it, man.
That's funny. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, he's nervous as hell now around you when you go around. You know, like, oh shit.
I'm a big guy, and when my voice gets loud, I understand it.
That's funny as hell. I definitely love it.
Well, so like I said at the beginning of this thing, you already have fought Joey Beltran and you beat Joey Beltran by TKO. Your freaking record is very impressive for anybody that isn't familiar. If you're watching this show, you're a BKFC fan, but if you're not, go back into the app and watch every one of his fights. He's beaten the who's who and TKO'd or KO'd most of them. So it's like, what's next for you? I mean, obviously they can't not give you a title shot now, right?
It's next. This was that fight with Mick was for the #1 contender spot. I won. So based on that alone, the next fight is for the belts. But on top of that, I'm on a 2-fight win streak right now. 2 stoppages at that. 1 knockout and 1 TKO. I don't know. I'm ready for it though. And Joey, I don't remember when he said it, but he said he wanted to fight. I think he put a comment up like, I want the winner of this fight in November in Miami. Cool.
There you go.
Works for me. And once he said that, I was like, yep. And I instantly looked past Mick once he said that. That was my focus. Get to Miami.
You know what we got to talk about, right, Mike?
Yes, I do. I was going to ask just now too because he brought up Mick's name again.
Yeah. So we got to talk about this. Mick Tyrell comes on social media and snitches on himself for buying fake COVID tests so he can get into the United States and fight you unmasked in an arena full of people. Now he got into so he says, and so people say, he did get into Florida and take a test and pass it negative. But either way, he did get sick in Mexico and allegedly, from the words of his own mouth through the Twitter fingers,
Lost 15
paid
pounds
$90.
and-
Paid
Yes.
$90 per test to some Mexican doctor to get himself. How did that make you? Did you see that post? Did you hear about it? And
Yeah, I saw the post. It didn't bother me at all, honestly. Like everyone was in an uproar about it and they're in their feelings. I'm like, I mean, shit. You don't know, you never know what a person's going through in their personal life or in their life at all. So I'm not going to judge him. But he did what he had to do to make the fight happen. Maybe he was in a bind and needed the money. I don't know. You never know what someone is going through.
Mhm.
And as a fighter, for you to go through all of this and then a week or 2 weeks before the fight have to pull out because of some bullshit medical, that plays a part in it too. Now, like I said, when he got to Florida, he took the test and he failed it, or should I say he passed it. So what is that? I guess, does that void out everything he said before about being sick and not being able to do whatever he needed to do?
I can hear what you're saying, and I can understand what everyone's saying, but I mean, I guess it would be a much bigger story if he showed up to Florida and took a test and failed it.
Right.
Now if then now it's like, wait a minute. So you lied and tried to fake it, then got over here and got caught. Now we're here the day before the fight without an opponent, and
I feel like the doctor he paid $90 to is the same guy that tries to sell you cocaine out of his fucking fanny pack in Mexico. When you're
that's the guy. Oh, come!
He
Yeah,
pulls
I'll
out-
take you. I'll take you. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, come here. I got the good shit. That guy, that same
Oh, you
guy.
mean doctor, I got my papers right here. I'm doctor. See?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He pulls out a script.
That same dude. Like every time I go to Mexico and you go down like the main strips of all the fucking party areas, there's like a group of dudes with fanny packs on that got every drug under the sun. One of them happens to be a doctor with COVID fucking tests in his.
That's funny.
What I was thinking though is so at the time he wrote that post was after the fight, right? So at this point he already knows, like, okay, I was sick, whether or not I don't think he was lying about being sick. Then he talks about
he did it after the check cleared.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So there you go. But
He
so
even said
that's
that
my,
too. The
my
check
point
cleared. I'm
being
good.
is
Opening line. Now that the check is cleared. But
if
I'm
you
sorry,
know,
go ahead.
I know it is funny though that you say that, because like now, like I feel like it's even more of maybe an excuse, because if you knew you passed the COVID test when you got to the United States, it's a non-factor now because you know you didn't have COVID. You didn't have it. However, he lost 20 pounds from a common cold. I don't understand. And couldn't hit pads for like a 1 minute the day before the fight. So I'm like, well, why even bother saying that?
I think the 20 pounds came up because he couldn't eat the food in Mexico.
He
was used to his wife's cooking, and that's one thing that he had mentioned to me. He was used to his wife's cooking at home, and he gets to Mexico. He's like, I can't read the menu. I don't know what I'm ordering. And he was like, and every time he would eat something, he didn't throw it up. It wouldn't sit well with his stomach.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows how to say taco. I mean, you just get a taco every day.
He was complaining about the food when he talked to us because he was coming from a restaurant.
So, man, you can't. I'm not gonna look into it. I mean, I know when I lost the chase, I had my reasoning, but I didn't too much dwell on it. I just took the L. If you knew you were sick, and this, that, and other, and you hadn't gotten the training, you should have pulled out. In my opinion, you would have saved that loss on your record. But nonetheless, I'm glad he didn't pull out because I would have been a little pissed off.
Hell yeah.
But that's over with now. Shit, we moving forward. Mick Tyrell, that's in the past.
That's right.
He back across the pond. We focused on Joey Beltran right now in that world belt he has.
What do you say?
Heavyweight title.
BKFC 21.
It's coming home, Joey.
Man, November 22nd in Miami, right? Is that what you said? November 22nd?
He said November something he called for. I don't remember what exact date.
There's one on November 12th. I think there's 5, 6, and 12, right?
Okay. So November 12th is 5 days before my 12th wedding anniversary. Amy, guess what? We're going to Miami for our anniversary, baby.
Beautiful.
Yep.
I might be there too.
Together. You got to tie it in together.
Yeah. Guess what, Amy? We're going to Miami for our anniversary this year. That's what I'm talking about.
What a coincidence.
Oh, the fights are in town. Would you look at that?
And Mike's there too.
Take her on a cruise. That's what you do.
There you go.
If cruise is still going on in friggin' November,
True, yeah.
the crazy shit going on.
That's what's making me wonder: is this fight gonna happen? Them getting ready to lock everything back down, and
we went into full mask all the time mode at our facility today.
Yeah, which
is like a real kick in the nuts. We've really made some progress in the last few months. And then boom, Delta variant. Now there's a fucking doomsday variant.
Yeah, something. If you're vaccinated, you're a super spreader, as they're called.
Yeah.
Fucking son of a bitch.
So y'all told these people to get vaccinated. You get vaccinated out of fear to protect them from COVID, but now you turn them into super creatures, and they can really spread an even worse disease than what was spreading before. But people still decide to listen to the government and what they're talking about, right?
It's unreal.
You guys know who Michael Rappaport is, right?
Yeah, that's where I got the super spreader from.
Yeah, he put that video out. That shit had me laughing. He goes, "So wait a second, you motherfuckers tell me I'm a hero for getting this vaccine. Now I'm a super spreader."
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
Hell yeah.
Super spreaders now.
They're trying to pit the vaccinated against the unvaccinated now. It's all their fault.
But it's really nobody's fault. Whether you chose to get it. I mean, it's the government's fault. It's the CDC fault for not having this shit together when it's happened. And then they come out with a vaccine that's never been tested. And they're just administering it to people. Like, what type of shit is that?
They're not putting their message out too clearly. I'll tell you that.
Nah,
it's
they're
very
confused and they're
wishy-washy.
Yep. And you got some news stations saying one thing: "Oh, it's good for you. Let's do it. Let's go for it." And you got some that are exposing it, and the ones that are exposing it are kind of getting almost like frowned upon, if you will.
Yep, of course. Well, until it becomes true, and then it's like, oh my god! In like a year, it's like the conspiracy theorists that got kicked off the internet are still off the internet, and all the news stations are like, well, this just in,
right?
Boom, and it's like, oh shit!
A year ago, we were already ahead of this. We knew what it was a year ago.
Forget about all those people who just lost everything. But I don't know. Life goes on, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I know one thing. I've been blessed. I haven't caught it. And I still travel for work.
What do you do for work?
I'm a bodyguard.
So, nice.
I'm in concert venues and in close proximity with large groups of people all the time. I haven't had it yet.
You bodyguard for like celebrities, famous people, any like real famous people you've been a bodyguard for that you can tell us about, or no?
It depends on what you consider famous.
I don't know. Anything, it doesn't matter. D-list, C-list, A-list, whatever.
I'm usually with artists, rappers, singers, things of that nature.
Anyone we know?
Who?
Anybody we know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know a couple people. Lil Durk.
Old school, new school?
New school. Lil Durk.
Lil Durk. We know Lil Durk. What about I'm thinking like current Chicago rappers like Polo G.
Okay. Right? I haven't worked for Polo G. I had the opportunity, but it fell through last minute. But G Herbo is on the list.
That kid can fucking rap. I actually looked him up after your walkout.
Right.
I was like, that's a tough ass song.
Yeah, because I came out to his song.
Yeah, you came out to his song, and I didn't know what the song was. I had to look it up, and then I was like listening to some of his music, and I had heard the radio one that he put out, PTSD. I knew that song, but I didn't know who made the song.
Yeah, that's him, Chance, and
that's what I was gonna say, Chance.
Juice WRLD was in it, right?
And Juice WRLD, that's his name, Juice WRLD.
But that kid G Herbo, man, he's got some really nice metaphors in his music. I'll tell you right now. And he has a line in that one song where he says he turns that he now is tea peppermint, and now like it took me a second.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit! I was like, that was fucking.
It turns it the color peppermint.
Turned his tea peppermint. I was like,
that was good.
Damn, that was a good little line right there. That kid's pretty good. He's young as fuck too. I noticed.
Scott Farley says you should be in his next video. And I think so.
I got some people reaching out and trying to make it happen. We'll see. I actually used to coach his cousin for youth football. So I sent the video to him of the walkout, and he posted on his page. And so we're trying to put it together, trying to see what I can do. Yeah.
Has BKFC ever had like how like Floyd Mayweather will have like someone wrap him down to the ring, and like Kobe Covington. They did, and BKFC has done it. Oh,
and the
that YouTuber kid just
the
did.
YouTube, yeah,
he did.
I was like, damn it, why did he have to do it first? Just when I was getting ready to make that happen for the championship fight, I probably still will do it, but yeah, little YouTube.
Yeah. I'm thinking. I don't even know who that kid was. I mean, like, I got to tell you though, that the one that had the kid wrap him down to the ring, out of all the platform fighters that night, Evil Hero was the one that seemed like he knew what the hell he was doing. The most Blueface wasn't terrible.
He came to do, like, we were talking at the hotel, and he had really been putting in the work, but he had to cut weight before the fight, and he didn't know how to do it. So we were kind of coaching him and giving him some pointers on what to do. But it seemed like he took it serious. Like, he might actually try something after this. Like, he may take up some amateur boxing or something.
I saw some of his training videos, like some of his footwork drills, and like his head, like he was like doing the fucking the Mike Tyson bob and weave drills and stuff like that. He did, and like I don't know, the kid that he fought didn't seem like he'd never fought like thrown a punch in his life. So
I'm pretty sure most of them never have. I don't think Blueface ever threw one in his life the way he was fighting.
Yeah, he threw a good one after the fight, though.
I mean, gloves off, he let him fly.
Yeah, he threw a nice straight left.
I expected him to fight better than what he did. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
Based on the lyrics, you kind of figure he might have been able to throw at least a nice 1-2. No, not at all.
What was with those gloves? Those were the biggest gloves I've ever seen in my life.
I think those are probably 16-ounce gloves, but they're so skinny. Those guys are so small. You're used to seeing that weight with 8-ounce gloves on versus the 16 ounces.
Shit, I thought they were bigger than that. I was like, were those 18? Like, they're so big. I couldn't. Again, they were huge.
They might have been 18 for protection reasons. Those guys none of them ever had an amateur fight. So 18-ounce gloves with the headgear, I could see, which explains why nobody went down.
Right. Yeah, it looks like my kids one of my kids for their birthday like a couple years ago got these inflatable boxing gloves. And you put them on, and blow them up, and they're like these balloons. I mean, that's what they looked like. I was like, they're hitting with the balloon gloves right now.
They're having
the balloon fight. Hands,
a 2-hand pillow fight.
Yeah, so we're hoping to see you against the champ in November for an opportunity to get your belt back. Other than that, you have anything you want to say to anybody? You want to shout anybody out?
Shout out Go Combat Agency. Shout out Bare Knuckle FC. Shout out Mission Accomplished. Flexing. Fronts Clothing.
I just throw the fists up and I do the old Arsenio Hall. He does the flexing, you know what I'm saying? I don't do no flexing. Not now.
The old Arsenio.
Maybe 2013 I do a flex, but that was a little long ago.
You pull a muscle, huh? Was it Match Point? I think it's Match Point. Plate Hub. UFC Jim Merivale. High Rollers BJJ. I knew I did my camp out there at the headquarters in Vegas. Ghost Caviar, Active Empire. They're responsible for my drip every time I fight. So I'm gonna have something new come championship time too, and it's gonna look even better than it has before. And I believe that's it. I think I named everybody right now. And anybody else who support me, who's been in my corner, who's been Team Bomaye.
Which is everybody.
Okay, well, hey, shout out to everybody. Thank y'all for the support. I said this before on another interview. I'm gonna say it again tonight to those parents with kids who are a little offended by my comments from the post-fight interview. I apologize to y'all and your children, all my underage fans. I got a little bit beside myself and stepped out of my character because I felt disrespected. But if y'all find it in your hearts to forgive me, I won't let y'all down again. And it's to everybody that's on Team Bomaye and the people who thinking about joining Team Bomaye. Come on over. We winning over here. Come jump on the bandwagon. Join the rest of the winners over here. That's it.
He's got an impressive friggin' record. Like the names on your record, they jump off the page. And we hope to see you fight again. But before we let you go, I don't know if you saw what we were doing with Jared Warren, Captain Deadpool. But I got 5 questions for you that have nothing to do with fighting. And maybe one of them do. Speed round with AJ Adams. Here we go. Number 1, best Chicago rapper all time and current.
All time. Yikes. I'm going to have to go with Kanye West, all time, best Chicago. Current is a draw. It's a 3-way tie, honestly, between Dirk, G Herbo, and Polo G. Because right now, those 3 are putting on for Chicago in a major way.
I got to tell you, dude, my freshman year of high school, I started listening to a rap group a lot. And I did not know that they were Chicago rappers until later on. They are called Do or Die, man.
Do or Die. Poe Pimpin'.
Poe Pimpin', man. I swear to God, everybody in my freshman year of high school was fucking Poe Pimpin', man. Do you want to ride?
Crazy.
Do they still rap? I mean, are they still out there?
Shows. They do shows here and there, but as far as like new music, no, they just redo their old stuff. That's
another couple Chicago rappers that I used to listen to, like Twista and Common.
I used to listen to Twista.
Do you remember this one? Do you remember this? Smoking on, hey, in the middle of the barn. Do you remember that shit?
Crucial conflict.
Crucial conflict. That's right. Crucial conflict, dude.
Yeah, crucial conflict. Come on now.
I got to be honest with you. I can't name another Crucial Conflict song, but that was another high school track that like everybody was,
I'm going to have to agree with you on that. I can't name another one either.
All right. Mike, you got number 2 here. Here we go. Number 2.
Why can't Misfit get a fight?
Damn.
Honestly, we know you tried. You shot her out, man. You did.
No. Christine, that's my girl. We became cool after the second fight. I don't know. We just kind of linked up. I don't know. I honestly couldn't say. Once she lost the belt, she sat for a minute. Why she sit? I don't know. And she promotes. She's constantly promoting on her Instagram for the company. I don't know, but she's fighting now. I mentioned her in the press post-fight press conference interview. He said she's fighting. Hopefully, she gets in this tournament. I'd rather her in the tournament than be on total line. But it's politics. She got to play the game. Maybe she'll smoke whoever she fights total line and then get added to the tournament.
Right back around.
Yeah, and she'll do it in a heartbeat. She's with it. She's always game to fight anytime, anywhere, any place.
The thing is, what's the date in October, Mike? Do you know? October 22nd? Is that?
Yeah, I think it's the 22nd. Yeah.
And she's fighting October 17th.
Just over a month for her to turn it around. She could do that if she.
Yeah. Right.
Just over a month. If she went through someone real quick first round.
And a month is more than enough time. It's not because she's never really had a problem with her wrists or her knuckles. Her hands would be a little tender after the fight, but get you some Tiger Balm, ice it up, go get a couple massages here and there. You'll be all right. The bruising.
Yeah,
never lasts
she's
so
living
long
that
as a
life
week.
right now. I'm sure she has a few massage places that she can go to right now.
yeah, she definitely does.
Yeah,
We were
She's-
talking today, and she definitely does have a couple places.
she's living that Robert Kraft life right now.
That's
you know?
right. That's right. Them Orchids of Asia nights.
Yeah,
Or
those-
days.
All right. Number 3, dream fight. Anyone, any generation. Who would you fight?
Who would I fight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Kimbo.
Kimbo Slice.
Kimbo Slice.
Kimbo. Dude,
Kimbo.
that's a friggin' great answer.
Yep.
I didn't,
At first, I
lot of
thought
people-
to say Muhammad Ali, but I was like, no.
that would be
I
like
don't
the
think-
generic answer would be like Muhammad
Right,
Ali,
exactly.
Mike
But I was like,
Tyson.
Tyson.
I'm doing this bare knuckle stuff. No, I'd fight Kimbo.
Fight that backyard brawler, the OG
yeah.
of backyard bare
Yeah.
knuckle.
Yep.
Awesome answer. All right. Number 4, Mike.
Which famous celebrity would you want to punch in the face?
Kanye West.
No, he's not on that list.
Dr. Phil? That's who I pick. Fuck that.
No, it wouldn't be Dr. Phil. What famous celebrity would I punch in the face? Damn, that's a really good question. And I've never thought about. I just want to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Tyler Perry.
Tyler
Hey,
Perry
there you go.
Tyler Perry.
for being so goddamn rich
Not
and
at
making all them
I don't
stupid
know.
ass movies.
I mean, yeah.
I really love that you said Tyler Perry. I
Yeah.
really love that. And
I don't like Tyler Perry's movies that
I'm
much.
going to tell you why.
I
Here's why.
think that I don't understand why they're
It's not
so good.
even-
I watch them and I'm
It's
like,
not
"God,
even
that's
exactly.
great."
I watch them too, but like he hits some. His movies are actually pretty good. The movies, let me not say all of them. Some of them are pretty good, and they touch on good points. But the whole Medea thing, and
Yes.
the way the whole demasculate, and it just doesn't sit well with me.
So
It reminds me of Eddie Murphy, like when he kind of fell off a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
When he
Like he
did
used to
that
be
Norbit
so.
movie or whatever?
Yes, man. And that's
did
what
the
it
Who
makes me
movie?
think of, like,
Norbit, I
Norbit.
think it was called. Like Nutty Professor was great. And
Remember
like
he had
he
Norbit?
succeeded playing all them different characters, and then he like fell off, and then he came back with Norbit, and he played like a bunch of characters in that one, and it sucked ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went
I mean,
from being
Norbit was-
great to making like this cheesy ass movie. I hate that. I'm like, God damn,
I
he had
realize
such a
they all
legacy,
do
man.
that. Everyone does that. They all do it. If you look at like the guys who were big in action movies back then they when they get like 50 or 60, it becomes nothing but action. Oh, I missed that. That was wrong.
They become goofballs later on in their career.
Yeah, it's just
right?
like the quality of movie is just not the same. It's like they still want to be relevant and do action movies, but they're so old and it's like, why are you doing this cheesy ass shit? Like, go make
when they should all just take a page out of the Karate Kid guys
and
instead of
start teaching.
No, instead of trying to keep making action movies and doing all this bullshit, just do a remake spin-off of the original thing that you made fucking famous 40 years ago, and like
True.
Cobra Kai is the shit now.
True, and it's a whole series on Netflix.
Right.
Hell yeah. So Arnold, in 2003, I was deployed, right? And it was at the beginning of the war, and like where we were at was all tents. It was a big tent city. So you're staying on cots in tents with like 12 other guys in every single tent, and we had
Hot
one
as
TV.
hell.
Yeah, we had one TV with a DVD player, right? So we would buy these bootleg DVDs off the Hajis over there. I don't know if you're allowed to even say Hajis, but that's what we called them. So they would sell these bootleg. These guys would have bootleg watches, bootleg everything. They were funny as hell. They'd come around right outside our base. They'd go, player,
This
hook a
sounds
brother up.
like Jarhead.
Yeah, it's very much like Jarhead. And they'd say, player, we got all the hot stuff. We got to come over here, buy your girl some perfume. So
They do it too.
So
They even
we-
do it now still.
yeah, dude. So we would buy all these movies, right? We'd have every fucking movie that was in the theater back home in the States. We'd have it bootleg before it was even in the States, but it would be like
What was
really
the
terrible.
quality of it?
Yeah, the worst quality ever. But we would take turns putting a movie in the DVD player. 12 guys in a tent. Every single time it came around to my boy Al Jenkins, God bless this fucking man. I love him more than anything in the world. The nicest dude, best guy ever. The fucking guy had a DVD of a Medea play, a live play, a DVD of a DVD of a play of Medea, and he would put it in that DVD player every fucking time it was his turn, and we'd be like, "Al, pick something else." He'd be like, "No, it's my turn. We're watching Medea," and he would laugh his fucking ball. He would laugh his balls off every time, and we'd all just sit there like, here we are, a bunch of grown ass fucking soldiers sitting in a tent watching Medea for the 80th goddamn time.
If you knew this guy too, it'd make you laugh so hard,
dude. And then he fell off. He fell off the Medea play fucking DVD when Drumline came out, and I swear to God, we watched Drumline 100 goddamn times. Nick Cannon,
one man, one sound.
Right, half the deployment, one movie, and the other half, the other movie. There you go.
It
sounds like a lot of fun.
It was the tale of two movies with Al Jenkins. I'm telling you. Punch funny. Tyler Perry in his face for me. Thank you. Number 5, last question. Would you rather be able to run 100 miles per hour or fly 20 miles per hour?
Oh,
I'm gonna fly at 20.
Hell yeah.
I can go 20 miles. I don't care. 20 miles is 20 miles an hour. That's cool. But do you understand? I'm flying. You understand? I'm up here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
I think that's an easy one. I'd fly all day.
And I want to go skydiving too, so that's right up my alley. I'd fly.
You know what me and Mike would do at 20 miles per hour? We'd start flying like next week. And then we'd get to BKFC 20 on August 20th.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's right.
At 20 miles an hour, we'll see you in a week and a half.
I mean, you can, but you can still dive faster than 20 miles an hour. So you can go up, let's say you go up 30,000 feet.
Yeah.
And you angle it right, and you can cover a lot of ground. On a dive speed, then once you open your wings, you're gliding for you might be gliding at 80 miles an hour.
That's
once
a thinker right there.
You start flapping, and you're gonna slow down to 20. See, I think I'm gonna take that flight.
Cover that distance. Now I'm gonna be wishing I can fly. Get down there.
I heard what R. Kelly said.
Yeah,
dude. I was about to start. Are we waiting for me to sing this or?
I was gonna do it. I was like,
"That's another."
Right, we all paused.
That's another Chicago artist right there.
It is. I was like, "I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's not start singing. Let's not bring him up."
He's a real pisser, man. That guy. He's a real pisser.
Hey.
He's like, "Hey, knock it off."
I don't know nothing about nothing.
No.
Yeah. Well, dude, you are a fucking awesome fighter. You're an awesome interview. You're a great guy, and you have all the fans on your side. Everyone's supporting you. So, man, we can't wait to see you back at the top. And hopefully, you get that fight in November against Joey the Mexicutioner Beltran.
Yes,
you guys can run that one back.
Hopefully, I know he'll be happy to run it back because that's what he's been wanting for the longest, to get that one loss off his record.
Yep.
Like they say, be careful what you ask for.
Yeah. All right.
Get that one off and turn into a 2.
All right. Last words. Go ahead and say your last words, and we'll let you get out of here, my man.
Run these shout outs again. Bare Knuckle FC, Mission Accomplished, Go Combat Agency, Plate Hub, Match Point. What is it? Match Point something. Damn it. Ghost Caviar, Active Empire, Fronts Clothing. To the people who are about to join Team Bomaye, welcome. Let's talk. Let's get ready to travel this journey together. Be great together. Everyone else who is a fan, thank you for the support. We here. These belts about to come back home with me. To everyone who was a doubter, I told you. That's it. That's it.
All right, man.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for giving us some of your time, and you are welcome back any day, my man.
No, yeah, we'll definitely do this again.
It's a good time.
Sorry it took so long for me to get up with you guys. I've been busy since the fight happened. But no, we're definitely gonna set this up again.
All right.
We're glad you could make it tonight for sure. Yeah, we know you tried to get here and stuff. You got stuff to do. Hey, it is what it is. You're here now. It's all
shit happens.
I was just gonna say I'm here now. I got it done.
All right. You have yourself a great night. Thanks.
You too, fellas.
Take it easy.
Bye.
All right. Another champ on the show. Now off the show. Thank you very much to Arnold Adams. He's a fucking awesome dude. Another great interview, man.
Yep.
We got 2 awesome ones back to back. And guess what? We got a third, Mike.
Triple header.
We're bringing in the Mad Titan. The Mad Titan himself.
Treat people, I tell you.
What is it? All there will be balance in the. What was
yeah, you know that thing and the other word. And
the thing
else,
with the word.
Phrase,
hey, Jason Fish, what the fuck is going on, man?
He's muted. I got him.
Unmute yourself.
Can't unmute them. They chose to mute themselves. You got to unmute yourself, buddy. There we go.
There we go.
Oh.
How you guys doing?
All right.
Great. How are you?
First and foremost, I gotta say, I love the fact that you wear Red Sox hats all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a big Boston fan, guys.
Dude, that's like a piece of my heart goes to you, Jason Fish.
You know what I think you just did to Kyle?
What's
You
that?
hooked him.
You hooked?
Gotcha. See?
Got him.
Yeah, put the hooks in them. Yeah, that's
That
awesome.
was your lure right there. You put your lure. You got him right away.
Man.
Always, I love
easy
Boston. I've always been a Boston fan since I've been a kid, man. So it's always got good teams and stuff. So.
And you're born and raised out there in Michigan, so
absolutely.
I don't know how that happened, but I like it.
I don't know. Just weird things happen. So how you guys been?
Dude, I was just going to ask you, we've been great. We've been busy. You know, summertime for us is the busiest time for us as far as the military side goes because we have all our annual trainings and shit. So, you know, we've been pretty busy and we're full-time. So our full-time work keeps us busy. And then, you know, kids are out of school. So we got camps and all that bullshit.
All the good stuff.
All the good stuff, man.
You know, some of our wives are at dildo conventions. I mean, it's, you know.
That's true.
Hey,
you know, Amy springs it on me. She's like, "Hey, by the way, I'm going to this convention in Cincinnati, Ohio. They're gonna be slinging fucking dildos all over that bitch." And I'm like, "Oh boy, sounds like a fucking great idea. Go ahead, Amy. Go ahead.
Go have fun."
Yeah. That's sort of true, but not really.
Not really. But yeah. It was a good story, right? Good story.
Yeah. She's out selling that stuff, and Kyle stayed home just to talk to dudes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. He likes to introduce, you know?
How have you been, man? You got yourself a fight against a killer coming up.
Yes, sir. Honestly, I just been staying on the grind. I mean, honestly, I just been, 3 times a day, morning, mid and night, just train. It's really all I've been doing. You're
on the poster.
Henry, yeah. So it's by far the biggest fight of my career so far. I gotta give it to Henry. He is a good fighter. Yeah, dude, I'm stoked about this, man. I mean, I truly am. I mean, I feel good. I'm ready to go to war. I'm bring it. I mean, I you know what I'm saying? I'm ready. So
who you got in your camp with you? You got Jay Jackson and Josh Burns and them guys. They all helping out.
Yeah, I got Victor Torres. I got quite a bit of people. I got Jason Fans helping me out. Steve Wendling. I got Joey Consdorf. He's a Golden Glove boxer that just won states here in Michigan. So been working with him quite a bit. Been dealing with Josh and Vic and all them good guys down there. There's some beasts down there, man. Their workouts are pretty extreme, man. Oh, the Yankees.
Joe Ivy says you got a nice view. Dan Stevens says, "Yeah, I'm glad I'm not a Yankees fan right now."
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. I was like, whoa, hold on there.
Yeah, because the Mad Titan will come find you, motherfucker. Dan Stevens says, fish.
Yeah.
How about that Jay Jackson, huh?
Dude, I was very proud of that dude, man. He, coming, how can I say, coming back from what he, got that drop and, got knocked down and whatnot, came back or whatever, the stop it, whatever it was. But anyways, for him to come back and do what he did, man, that's a heart of a lion, man. Dude, he's a great fighter, man. He really is. He's a strong He trains like an animal. He fights like an animal. He's a good dude, man. I see him doing something.
I honestly think that, like, when I watched him fight in his debut in BKFC, and you get some fighters that struggled in MMA, right?
Yeah,
but they strive.
It's different, man.
It's a very different sport, and they excel in BKFC. Lorenzo Hunt is one that had a mediocre MMA career, but he's an absolute fucking killer in BKFC.
He's a beast, man.
It's like when Jay knocked. God, I can't even think of his opponent's name off the top of my head right now. It was more than 2 weeks ago. I can't fucking remember.
Right.
But when he knocked him out, I felt so happy for him. Like, he put on such a hell of a show.
Yeah,
and
no way.
That was.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know that Jared Warren rocked Zion Tomlinson with that straight left and really
brutal.
Really brutal. But I liked Jay Jackson's knockout more because of the circumstance, because of the comeback, because they were both rocking each other in the fight, and then he dropped him with that right hand, and I'm like, man, you heard it, right? You heard,
I was so excited for him, man. I was out in the crowd just jumping, hooting, hollering, screaming, like, that's
It was against Damon Bell, by the way.
Damon Bell. Right. And he's a tough dude too, man. He came to fight as well, man. But Jay had the better night,
It had everything. It had, it had that it had knockdowns. It had, the drama because you didn't know if now Jay Jackson's done. Then you had the comeback, and then the guy got, Damon Bell gets up. So you go to the third round, you're like, oh, I don't know, maybe who knows what's going to happen now. It was, like Kyle said, for me, it was kind of my fight of the night, and it's probably a little biased because we've talked to him a couple times now, but I just liked like all that drama from both guys being knocked down, the comeback. And they were fighting their hearts out, man. They were tired. You could tell they were getting real tired because they were getting beat. They were beating the shit out of each other. And
I'll tell you what, it's no walk in the park out there, man. What was it, third round?
Yeah.
Third round. Throwing away they did. Wow, yeah. So it was pretty. It was a good one for sure.
Now, Jay, your first few fights in the BKFC have been heavyweight, correct? You've been around. Where do you usually come in? Around the 225, 235, somewhere up there?
Yeah, roughly 235, 230.
235, 230.
Yeah.
Is the 205 weight class? Is this a difficult cut for you, or is this easy transition? Like, as long as you stretch the weight cut out a few weeks.
Yeah, that's what it's about, is stretching it out. It's been a while since I dropped down to 205, and I have before. So I mean, I've been there before. I don't know. I think it's just a better move for me to go to 205. I mean, you see them heavyweights out there; they're monsters, man.
They're all 6'4" and 6'3", 6'5".
I mean, their reaches are insane. I mean. Right. I have to get inside and do work, but I mean, heavyweights, where are they, 6'5"? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm only 5'8", 5'9", depending on what shoes I got on. So
we just had AJ Adams on, and he's 6'4". He's a monster. Right. Those guys are gigantic people.
So it's just better for myself. It's a smart move, I believe. I mean, I feel like the 205, man. I mean, I ain't trying to be big at it because I'm very humble, but I believe I'm going to own it.
Well, this next fight against Henry, something tells me it's going to be a lot different than what you faced against Miles.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's a whole different type of fight. Like Hero's going to fight differently. He's going to come forward. When in your other fight, I felt like and correct me if I'm wrong, but reading your face during that fight, it seems like you were getting slightly frustrated because you had to keep chasing him around the ring like all the time. And it seemed like you were like, what the fuck, man? Like, when are we going to fight? I've been chasing you around this ring now for a while. Like,
I like to throw down. You know,
yeah.
I like to give the fans what they came to see. You know, I'm not over here trying to run around, you know, do laps around the damn ring. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want to get down and throw down, and I mean with skill though. You know what I'm saying? And just not going out there being sloppy. You know, I just try to bring the pressure and like, I mean, come on. I mean, we're not here to dance around. I mean, if you are, to me, you're in the wrong sport. You know. Go be a ballerina or some shit. I don't know. Just, you know, fuck. I don't know.
Them pirouettes.
I've always been a banger though, man. I mean, I've boxed for years, and you know, that's the way I see it. I don't know. I mean, I just like to throw down. You know.
So I think you're gonna get that throw down.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think anybody that knows Quentin Henry,
stand up. You know, stand up. Let's get these people on their feet, man. You know.
I think you're going to get what you want. You're going to get the fight that you want when you walk in there with Quentin. He's a beast, and he is not afraid to come forward and get after it. So, I mean, you saw him against Chris Lieben. I mean, the damn dude got knocked out twice and was still going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, nothing against Henry, man. I give it to him. He's got a heart. You know what I'm saying? I know he's going to come and fight, man. And
yeah.
I just hope he don't. Think I'm just some walk in the park. So that's the way I see it. Because I read a couple articles, and I try to stay away from that stuff. But like, you know, they're saying, oh, he's just a bruiser, brawler. Okay. You know, I mean, but yeah, I just hope you don't think I'm gonna be a walk in the park for him, because I'm gonna bring my A game, and hopefully you bring his.
Now the 205 division has a champion now. They have a champion. They got Hector Lombard. We're probably going to see a Hector Lombard versus Lorenzo Hunt title fight, hopefully in October. I'm hoping. Honestly, Quentin Henry is a big name. He is coming off a loss, but it was to Chris Lieben, and Chris Lieben is a goddamn legend.
Right, absolutely.
Like, title shot aspirations isn't out of the picture here. Like, if you mow through Hero, you're either right at the door or like one fight away from a possible title shot in your future.
You're getting me excited now.
So. I know. I want to get you. That's what this is the whole point here. We're trying to get you pumped up so you can go out there. Did you know that I added you to the Wu-Tang Clan today?
Did you? Hey, honestly, I get on that, but no, I haven't seen it because on the real, I've been steady, like morning gym, rest, you know, but you know, I just been
train, sleep, eat, train, sleep.
It's not even really honestly the whole diet thing. I'm basically juicing right now. Cut this weight, you know, so
on that freaking liquid diet.
Pretty much, but you know, I get all my nutrients and all that good stuff. I mean, I got good energy and stuff like that. You know, Tiger Life helps out too.
Tiger Life, yeah. Shout out to them.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys should, you know, maybe float us a sponsor and
hell yeah,
help your boys out. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah,
help your boys out.
Fucking case here, you know.
Yeah, a little case here and there. You know, when I'll be honest with you. That last show that me and Mike went to live, it was that one there was like an hour and a half delay or an hour delay. Dude, the show went till 2:30 in the morning.
That was tough, man. Trying to stay up and watch that one. I did like that, man. I was like, wow, that's a pretty late show. But yeah, I remember that one.
We didn't go to bed till 7:30 a.m.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a late night.
7:30 a.m. I got to tell you, man. I think during the show I drank 6 Tiger Lives.
Fuck, you were fired right up.
Oh yeah.
You probably want to get in the ring yourself, huh?
Yeah. Everyone's like, hey, where'd you get the cocaine? I was like,
it's over there in the cooler.
No cocaine.
Like old Beavis and Butthead back in the day.
The cornhole, great cornholio. Yeah, so I grabbed here's the Wu-Tang original.
Oh, that's dope.
That's the original. Now watch what I made today. Check this out. Boom.
Oh, boom.
Look at that.
Oh, bro. That's what's up right there. I'm at the.
There you are.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, for real. You know,
Hey.
I frame all my stuff, so I'm gonna have to frame that one.
Yeah, look at that guy. So if I remember correctly, you might
I feel
be
privileged to be on that, bro. Thank you.
Mike, where's the original again? So you're sitting in the Riz's spot.
Yeah, okay.
So if you go
I'm
back
cool
to
with
the
it.
other one, Lorenzo Hunt sitting in the old Method Man spot.
Yep.
I put Felony Bennett as Old Dirty Bastard, of course.
Hey, where's what's his name? Where's Method Man?
He's in the middle.
Okay, so
Yeah, so that's Lorenzo.
Where's Redman?
Oh no, Redman
not
wasn't part of this album
Nope.
here. So
Oh, my bad.
yeah, but yeah, I was trying to think like who I could put in there. I put Joe Elmore in there because he's a fucking lunatic too, and
Yeah.
Tony Soto because Soto's our boy. We put
from Brooklyn.
Bomaye on there.
Imagine that crew walking up on you.
Oh no, dude, that's I because today is Wu-Tang
Julian
Wednesday.
Lane, Jared Grant.
Yeah, Julian Lane, Jared Grant, Reggie Barnett. I was like, man, it's Wu-Tang Wednesday. Every Wednesday at work, I try to play some Wu-Tang music. And I let all the young kids around me. I always yell from my desk. I'm like, what day is it? They're like, Wu-Tang Wednesday.
Yeah.
I turned the music on, and I was like, you know what?
Got probably fist pumping in there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know.
So hey,
I'm pretty excited about this fight, though. I want to tell you that, man. I just feel really privileged to be where to get this fight, man. So
I was very excited to see when they announced that. When I didn't even know they had announced that fight, and then they showed the poster. Maybe at BKFC 19, they like showed the poster.
yeah, I was there, and then it was up on the screen. I was like, oh shit, yeah.
Did you know you had that fight at that point?
Well, I knew the fight, but I didn't know I was gonna make the poster.
Right.
Nice.
You know, that was the highlight right there. I was like, sweet.
That's awesome.
Excited, man. So yeah. All right.
Dude, would you say at this point in your career, now you said earlier that you boxed for a long time, you did some MMA, but you boxed a lot, you did some MMA. Now BKFC bare knuckle is sort of new to everybody as far as like it being an actual sport and being around. You've been in it you've only had 2 fights now. Are you learning more now like than you have ever? Like, do you have to like relearn how to box? You know what I mean? Because it's a little bit different. There's a lot more clinch game that you can underhook someone.
Yeah. The clinch game, that was something new to learn, and like, you know, prying off and bam, you know, that was new to me. I mean, I believe I'm adapting well to it now. I mean, training more of it with Josh and all them. Josh is actually really teaching me how the clinch game type deal, and you know, so I had to learn, you know, because normally, you know, you can't do that in boxing, so yeah.
It's like, you know, the old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Like you're our age. Like you're not a 22-year-old Zion Tomlinson or a fucking 25 or a 26-year-old kid. You're like, you know, I'm 39. How old are you? You're 40? 44?
No, 40.
40. Okay, you're 40.
Come on, slow down.
I thought you were doing it twice. I thought you went like this. I was like, well, no fucking way. No, so you're my age. So we're our age.
We're no spring chickens, like you said.
That's what I'm saying. You've been around the block. You've seen a few things in your day, and now all of a sudden you're fighting in a sport that is fairly new. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like it.
You know, I mean, you know, not to bring out the past, but growing up how I grew up, I mean, I did a lot of like street fight type deals, and this kind of like reminds me of it's like that, you know, just like, you know, backyard fights, you know, like school and neighborhood, and you know, so it's kind of, I don't know, kind of accustomed to it. Besides the clinch game, you know. I mean,
Is it fun to you?
I enjoy it.
Yeah,
for sure. I really do like this sport. I think it's. I hate to say it, but I believe it's easier. You know, you don't got, you know, I mean, it only takes a shot, and I don't know. I love it.
I could totally
It cuts all the fat off.
Yeah, it's just I mean it's purest form of fighting, man. It's straight up,
Purest form of fighting, for sure.
Knuckle up, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about it, be about it. Knuckle up. That's why
I love it, man. And
it's pulled us in. I'll tell you that. I fucking
love it for
so
sure.
much.
It's pulled everybody. And earlier in the comments, somewhere, BKFC, Joe Ivy, somewhere in the comments wrote, BKFC has stolen my heart. Yeah. Like, she's a diehard MMA fan. Like, she runs an MMA page called All Combat Sports. Everybody go check that out. It's a really good page. They put a lot of good content out.
Yep.
But she's been like an avid follower of our show and now in BKFC. And like, people are converting, man. And I think it's because like I said before, it's like the most relatable sport in the world.
Yeah. It's the fastest growing sport. You see the numbers on the last show? Shoot. Just the download itself. I mean, what is it past MLB?
Yeah, it was like the number 5.
It was the 5th most downloaded app. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, man. Kind of how can I say, it makes you it's a little nerve-wracking knowing all these people are watching it, but
yeah. Susan Walker says, I love BKFC.
Those purses
learning, but it's so good.
Those purses going to start going up, though. It's a good thing. It really is.
Yeah, it is. Dave Feldman, they've been killing it. They've been killing the game. They're putting together good shows, good cards. I mean,
and they're building that roster. They're building like homegrown stars, like yourself and Lorenzo. People are getting to know you guys through BKFC, but they're also bringing in people that they knew through other shit, like Chad Mendez. And
that's great. That was crazy. I seen that today.
Yeah.
Chad is going to be a very interesting one because we were talking to
he's a wrestler, right? Pretty much, basically.
Yeah. Right. He's a team alpha male, very strong wrestler, but he's got hands and he's got knockout power in his hands.
Right.
The thing is, like Jared Warren said earlier in the show, they list him at 5'6", but like the dude's legit. Like he's like more like a 5'4". But he's big. He's real big, and he's got the T-Rex arms. He's got the little muscle arms. I know, yeah. Like he's built like sort of like you and I, and so like we're short and stout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're short and stout.
This is my handle. This is my spout.
This is my hair. No, this is
How's
my
that go?
I'm short and stout. I'll knock you the fuck out. You know what I mean?
That's how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I wonder how he'll do at 155 pounds against guys like Louis Palomino and Martin Brown. Like Martin Brown's he's a problem. He's a bad boy.
I was privileged to be on the car. I would toe the line with him.
I can't wait till he gets back from his knee injury because I really think that he's going to make a fucking big splash in the 155 division.
He was impressive.
Yeah, he's very impressive. And like, you watch
that fucked up. Yeah, the fucked up.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He was standing right next to me the entire Palomino Good John fight, and he was like, neither one of these motherfuckers want to fight me. I'll tell you that right now.
That's seriously, that's badass. That's what's up right there. That's how I feel, honestly.
Right.
I feel like I said, I feel like I'm gonna own this division. So just like homeboy.
Yeah, we can't wait to see you fight again, man. We feel like you're a part of the mission accomplished crew over here. This is the 3rd time you've been on, and you're fucking awesome, and you're rocking a Boston hat, so we can't hate that.
Right, you can't hate that, man.
Hey, did we ever talk about the movie? Did the movie premiere do well? Like, was that a hit over there in Saginaw?
Yeah, it did well over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's gonna be on Prime, I believe.
Prime.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I want to watch it. I want to see it. I was gonna ask you, like, where the hell can we see this thing?
Yeah, I can. I'll get a hold of my buddy Luca and find out, and I'll send you a text or whatever. I'll let you know.
We've actually had I think we've had 3 different people off that documentary. Now we had you, Alicia, and Miranda Maverick came through.
Yeah,
all great people. Alicia actually came through twice.
Yeah. All of them are they're cool people, man. They're They're cool to get, easy to talk to.
Yeah. I actually ate a Big Mac in one bite while Alicia was on the show because
she can't talk about food, man.
Oh, my bad. But I did. I shoved the entire thing in my mouth. It was disgusting, and I ate it in 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
I'm sorry for bringing up a fucking Big Mac.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I just can't wait to weigh in. That's it.
Big Macs suck. They're gross.
Yeah.
You don't want them.
It's horrible shit.
They're gross.
Yeah, that's what the old lady says. You don't need that shit. It's just horrible. I don't care what it is. I love Timbits.
Yeah. Fish, if BKFC were to bring in a 205 known fighter, who would you like for them to bring in over to toe the line with you?
Man, that's a good question.
That's a hard question. Like
on the spot. Really, I don't know how to answer that one. That is a pretty tough one. Who we got 205? Dude, you got me stumped on that one, boss.
Man, you know what guys I think would do really well, and it's weird because like Glover Teixeira over at the UFC is a fucking jiu-jitsu whiz, but he's also a stand-in banger, and he's got fucking power in his hands. A guy like Jan Blachowicz, who's the current UFC 205-pound champion. Can you imagine Jan Blachowicz with fucking no gloves on?
That'd be devastating.
Yeah, that guy would be great in the 205. Like there's definitely some dudes. And then you look at like a guy like John Jones, and I wouldn't want to see him because John Jones has so much to his game that like standing and banging with bare hands.
It'd be he where he's at is great. I don't like you're saying. I mean,
with his elbows and his teep kicks and his spinning shit and all that stuff. Like you would be taking so much away from a guy like John Jones if you brought him in the bare knuckle. But if you took a guy like Glover or Jan or someone like that or Thiago Santos, and like Thiago Santos is a jiu-jitsu guy too, but he can fucking bang. Bring them over. Johnny Walker, those guys that can throw hands.
I think, I'm thinking old school though, but
Chuck,
Evans,
Rashad Evans.
He's from, he trained out of Michigan here.
Vitor Belfort.
Yeah, see that, that's the people I wouldn't mind squaring off with.
That's the answer. Dan Stevens, I'm going to answer for Jay Fish right now. Vitor Belfort.
Actually, that would be a good one because we both love to fucking bang. I mean, he ain't no slouch. He'll come right at, and that's what I want. Bring it.
How old is Dan Henderson these days?
Oh God, I love Dan.
I love Dan Henderson.
Dude, I mean that. Oh man, that little Bisbing one. Oh,
yeah, the H bomb.
Legendary. Love that one. He has to be of late 40s.
Yeah, I wish he was a little younger than that because
he'd fit right in this.
I think he'd fit right in.
That's one of my favorites, man. I swear.
Dan Stevens says Tito Ortiz.
Yeah.
Susan Walker says Thiago Santos. Yeah, so there's guys out there, man. It would it's such a fucking great sport, and I can't wait to see where it's at. Even like 2 years from now. It's grown so much in 3.
Look how fast it's growing now. Shit, 2 years from now, man, it's probably going to surpass a lot of these bigger sports. I mean, organizations. I don't want to say anything, but you know what I mean. Like,
oh yeah, man. Hope we're all there to see it too.
Oh, absolutely. And I heard that there's a video game coming out too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm not a video game person, but Mike would tell you don't want to jump too quickly into the video game world because you need to make that shit right. You know what I mean? You don't want to make that a speedy process. You want to fucking cross all the T's and dot all the I's, or the game's gonna look like dog shit. You know what I mean?
Because even the UFC games sometimes are a little choppy.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah, you go into the BKFC game, they speed it up too much. You go to pick Jay Fish, and it looks like Kevin James. You know what I mean?
Nice. I like the fucking actor here, but come on. Could came up with a better one.
I'm just saying, it doesn't look anything like you.
I know
Like
what
a
you
fucking
mean.
completely other guy. Yeah.
A few minutes ago, Susan Walker had asked about the documentary. And what the name of it was.
It's called After the Cage.
After the Cage, yeah.
Yes,
I was looking for a picture. I can't find a picture of the cover.
But it's a documentary on After the Cage with like Pat Milicic, Matt Hughes, Dan Severance, Jason Reinhardt. Also, there's Miranda Maverick on there. Who else?
Yeah, and Alicia Zapatilla.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's
I'm bad with names, man. So.
No, you named pretty much most of them. I want to see, especially I want to see the Matt Hughes portion. I want to see if did they go into the train wreck and like the.
Hey, Luca is one hell of a producer, filmmaker. He really gets into it, man. You'll enjoy it. It gets in depth, so.
Yeah, hopefully it does come out on Prime. If you talk to Luca and you find out, just shoot me a message, shoot me and Mike a message, and we'll put it out to our people.
Well, hey, would you like to talk to him? Would you have him right now?
Why is he there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, Luca. Hey, come say hi to these guys, man. Yeah, throw you right out there.
No way, dude. That's awesome.
What's going on, you guys?
Hey, what's up, man?
Going on?
How we doing?
Very good. We were just talking about your documentary, how it did, how we can watch it, and also, I noticed you're also a painter, and you gave some paintings out lately. So talk about that too.
So, the new thing I started doing, I have my second master's actually in fine art. And so I'm constantly doing shows. I just rented a new studio space. It's actually an embalming room in an old funeral home, right? He doesn't care for it too much, right? For some odd reason. But anyway, so one of the new things I started doing is just like everybody I film, and now I'm getting up to, this is my 7th film that I just finished actually, and I'm filming something on the bare knuckle fighters as well. So everybody who's part of whatever film I'm doing, they will actually get a painting of themselves as well, right? But the film opening was great. We had like a lot of people that showed up to it. I think the theater was probably at around 70% capacity, which was great because it was not up until maybe about 10 days before that it would have been limited to 50% capacity, right? So we only had one showing and we had to split it into 3 different showings, as a matter of fact. But I just got the lower thirds back today, the closed captioning, which you need to put it on Amazon. And so it should be available within probably 48 hours, I'm hoping.
No way. Awesome. Nice.
You'll be the first one I send it to, man. I mean, obviously after Jay, of course, right? But I don't want to hijack the interview here. You guys are talking to him, right?
No. So
yeah, see.
No, thank you very much for popping in, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Jay, pronounce his last name for me because
say your last name.
Jubena.
Okay. Because I gotta be honest. I look at that and I don't see Jubena.
Me neither.
That's why I just copy and pasted his name.
That's why I say Luca.
Yeah, Luca's way easier, man. I actually just watched a movie called Luca on Disney.
Oh my god. I have watched that friggin' movie like 70 times.
Really?
Now Luca, they love it. They love it.
I never even heard of it. What is it?
It's a new Disney movie.
Yeah. I did see that.
It's like water people that when they come out of water, they turn into real humans, and like, they can't get wet while they're on dry land, or
they'll turn back in.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. It's a really good movie. You know what you should do, Mike? When you get Luca's documentary, you should make your kids watch it 70 times, like you made them watch fucking Luca. You'll love it.
Look at this.
Yeah. You watch this movie about Matt Hughes and Jay Fish and Dan Severn, and you fucking like it.
Yeah, every
70 times. Repeat
70 times. That's awesome, man.
Repeat. Yeah.
Well, hey, man, shout out to Smith Brothers Combat Sports once again. Kevin keeps bringing you guys onto these big cards, putting you in big spots, getting you big opponents. And we're really excited about a lot of things that Smith Brothers doing now with you fighting Quentin, Lorenzo probably fighting Hector soon. You got Crystal Pittman who signed to the team, and she's going to be fighting August 20th. We don't know the opponent yet. Right. I think we're going to find out soon. It's like he's got
to be a stack card, man.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Man,
So.
I tell you what, I remember what's crazy, not to keep going, but Tony Lopez, man. I was actually on a King of the Cage card with him probably like 10 years ago. And it's just crazy that we're gonna be on the same card again. I mean,
Yeah.
How many fights does Tony Lopez have in his life? Like 120?
Yeah, he's
like
surpassed 100 for sure. I mean, like, yeah. I don't know the exact number, but I know, man, that dude, he's a bad boy, man.
I'm looking it up real quick because
Yeah.
I know that dude has
He's 64-32, so 96 fights right now.
96.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And it's unbelievable. If you go to Tapology, and now I'm not gonna.
I don't think they record all fights.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna say that Tapology is the end all be all because we find mistakes on there all the time. There's
my stuff ain't correct either.
Right.
A lot of my fights weren't sanctioned because Michigan wasn't sanctioned back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
but they still have him listed as the number one fighter out of Arizona, number one fighter in U.S. West, and number one fighter heavyweight out of the Southwest, number 2.
Damn.
I don't know what they're fucking basing this off. They got him ranked high up there. So Tony Lopez is a true OG in the game.
Very much so.
The king of the cage. You know what, Jay Fish? How come we didn't see you on that bully beatdown show back in the day?
Oh my God! I wish I would have.
Remember that shit? Because they used to
cool back then.
They used to pluck guys from King of the Cage all the time.
Yeah.
I think Eddie Alvarez and
who ran it? Wasn't that Jason Miller?
Jason Miller, Mayhem.
Miller.
Yeah, that would have been a cool thing to have on your record. Be like, by the way, now I'm in BKFC, but you know what? I used to beat the shit out of these fucking dudes on MTV back in the day.
right. Yeah.
Some guy that used to throw Fryolator grease at his fucking buddy.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I heard that. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I got to tell you, like, we're excited to see you fight again. We want to give you an opportunity to shout out your sponsors one more time. Thank anybody you want to thank, and then we'll let you get out of here. It's getting late here on the.
Yeah, actually, I was going to go do another gym session.
Jesus,
hell.
I'm going to go do a sleep session. That's what I'm going to do.
Me too.
Then I got originally I was going to go do another gym session. Then I was going to be up by 6 a.m. So I don't know, one or the other. I don't know what we're doing now. So because me and Luke are actually going to go to the gym. That's right. But yeah, so I'd like to give a shout out to Herbert Ruffin. You know, Jason Herbert is a good guy. Maple Guards, Jeremy Mitchell, Primetime Josh, Dave from Flanagan's, TNT. You know, Chaos Screen Printing. I got my buddy, Pat with I'm sorry, man. I got some Reefer Armor, Drunken Monkey, my buddy Tommy Threesies, Earl's Barbecue, Hoops Gym, and I'd like to give a shout out to the B12 store, man. They hooked me up with good nutritional shots. And I'd like to give a shout out to Luca, man. Luca and my old lady. She's my backbone and everything. So
every good man's got a great woman.
Right. She kissed me. I mean, she fucking get your ass to the gym. What you doing? Get out of here.
What are you still doing here?
She makes my my shakes, everything, man. She really does. She's a big part. She's a big part of this. So.
She tries to rein in the hangriness of you.
And I gotta give her a lot of props for that because she does deal with me. And you know, I mean, I got fucking clothes, like sweaty fucking clothes, like 3 times a day. Just take them off, you know, throw them down. She tolerates me, and I appreciate it.
She's a nurse, right? Is that what you said before?
Yes. Yeah. She was actually a traveling nurse. Yep.
Nice. Yeah. So she's been dealing with a whole bunch of shit lately too.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
so give her lots of props, so for sure.
Well, props to your old lady. Props
and
to
I like
you,
to you know, Josh Burns, Victor, you know, Joey Consdorf, all them cats that, you know, helped me get ready for this fight. And shout out to you guys, man, for having me on here.
Thank you.
You're always welcome, my man. We'll see
Yeah.
you down in. We'll if we can get our asses down there.
Man,
August
come
20th.
on. You keep telling me this shit. You coming or
Yeah.
what? You just said that last
No,
time.
it was 100,000% in the plans to be at
No,
this
I'm just
at this
messing.
one. But I gotta tell you, dude, fucking, it is like to fly to Mississippi. For some reason, it's like 3 times more expensive than like
Yeah.
Florida. I don't get it.
It's I must be like it'd be cheaper to fucking fly to fucking New Orleans or something and like rent a car.
That's what we were gonna do.
We're looking at
That's what we did one time.
It's
still looking a little crazy from where we're coming.
It's still in the conversation up here, but
Yeah.
like,
Well, keep me posted. Let me know, man.
yeah. If we get down there, we'll get together and we'll do something.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure, man. That'd be cool.
Yeah, and thanks for that dope ass picture of you wearing the shirt. It looks
Oh,
good.
yeah, dude. Yeah, that's a badass shirt, man.
It's comfortable as fuck, right?
Oh, it is, dude. I love that shirt. I wear it quite often, honestly.
Yeah, everybody that gets one's like, man, I don't know what the hell this thing is made out of, but it's like the most comfortable fucking shirt I've ever put on.
It is. Get your shirts, guys.
Yeah, get your shirts. Killfoot Clothing. Killfoot Clothing.
Shirts.
Yeah, get your goddamn shirt so we can go to fucking Biloxi. Goddamn it.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
I'll be wearing it down there.
Hell yeah! Oh, then we got to get our asses down there, Mike.
See, you have no choice.
I know.
All right, Jay, man. Thanks for coming by again. Best of luck, August 20th, and we'll see you when we get down there. All right.
All right, guys. You take care. Thanks for having me, man.
All right.
All right.
Have a good night. Take it easy. All right, man. Dude. What a show, huh? We got 4 guests tonight.
I know.
We got 4 goddamn
did.
guests. We got an award-winning filmmaker on our show tonight.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Dropped up. And I dropped in with the name drop. See that shit? Like magic.
I saw you did that. Yeah,
that was magical, wasn't it?
That was magical. And I forgot how to pronounce his name already.
Yeah, I'll never remember. So,
I
but
don't remember.
Anyways, it's
guys.
time.
That was a 2-hour and 10-minute long show. 4 guests. 3 fighters, 1 filmmaker, 1 hero, 1 villain, 1 heavyweight champion. Oh my, come on.
2 Trulies.
Yeah, 2 Trulies, 1 captain's daughter. Thank you for
2
Jared.
girls,
Thank you to Jared. Yeah, 2
Don't
girls.
look that up. Don't look that up.
Thank you to Jared Warren, Captain Deadpool. Thank you to Arnold Adams. Thank you to Jay Fish. Thank you to Luca. Thank you guys all for giving us some time tonight. And tune in tomorrow night when we talk to Terry Janowski, who was also a victor at BKFC 19. Janowski, not Stevie Janowski. Terry Janowski.
Terry Janowski.
Stevie Janowski was Kenny Power's sidekick in Eastbound and Down. Oh, dude, I love that guy. It's one of the best characters on TV ever.
I forgot to bring that up.
Oh, we forgot there's Captain Deadpool right there. I actually made that for him the other night. I was like, man, I got to make him a Captain Deadpool thing. It's freaking awesome. And after Terry Janowski tomorrow night, guys, we got the 2-0 fight of the year contender, Demolition Girl herself, fucking the Killer Bee. Taylor Starling will be on tomorrow night. Taylor Starling was not able to come on the show last week due to COVID-19, which she caught while she was in Florida.
Stupid 19.
Shout out to her for coming on tomorrow night. And shout out to Keith Richardson. I feel so bad for him because he was about to fight last weekend on an MMA card, and he had to pull because of COVID-19 as well. So, shit happens. We got the Doomsday variant fucking us up now.
Yeah, Doomsday.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys all for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Terry Janowski. Peace out.